think it's recording.
We need to expose a moment to this. We need to, just to ourselves.
Yeah.
You say it is recording?
It is recording.
While I'm screaming, it's so bad.
So bad!
It's so bad. So is this the pop culture show? Otherwise, this is an inappropriate introduction.
No, this is perfectly on point. Welcome to Please Won't You Shut Up. I am Mikki.
I'm the loud, strident one at this moment, Blake.
And I'm Brent.
And the thing that you can hear in the background for a moment is the CBC show Still Standing. I've never seen it before, but oh my god, that looks. You're telling me that it is donkey shit.
So I'm gonna. Oh my god, 97% of Google users like this show. Jesus Christ. Still Standing is a mix of a comedy series and a reality series, and features actor and comedian Johnny Harris. Harris travels across Canada to discover the hidden gems in small towns. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so the first one I saw, I don't remember the name of the town. I don't remember anything about anyone. It was just, like, super generic. Super sorry, but, like, boomer humor.
Yeah.
Like, huge boomer humor. But also, it was like, it could have been anywheresville, any town, and he just was, like, gently mocking of it the whole time, and it was like, okay, you just kind of sound smarmy, and, like, at least to me, you're not even remotely funny. And it's just like, I hate to be that guy, but he's so low energy. Look at how low energy he is.
He does, I can't even hear him, but just based on the way he's performing, he looks very low energy. And, yeah, no, this looks like On the Road Again, but, like, both overly sincere, but not sincere at all.
Yeah. It's, like, it's clearly so manufactured and schmaltzy, and the jokes are just... None of them land. I could unmute this if we wanted, and none of them would land, but, like, you know, here they are, just, like, quick shots of, like, two older people laughing.
Well, like, the kind of things that they have going on in the background, like, half the show is him giving a comedy performance in front of an audience, but the other half are just cliche Canada images, like, you know, old people laughing, someone raising the flag, children flossing, the dance move, not...
I can totally see why this show is popular, and that doesn't make me feel any better. Like, it's
easily consumable, which is probably why.
You
don't have to exactly. There's no effort.
For some people, I can see this. All right.
Okay.
I'm really having a sincerely overwrought reaction to this show.
It is driving more emotion in you than it really has any right to.
It is. It's my own personal Brexit, apparently. I'm just like, really, really mad about this.
At least you made a decision.
Because I think it's a show... Because I think, also like Brexit, it's a show where there's no middle ground. Everyone's just like... I guarantee you the people who like this show and watch this show... Who's that ventriloquist asshole?
Oh, shit.
Dunham?
Yes, yeah.
People who like that guy would love this show.
Okay, so... terrible show notwithstanding, the reason we are watching CBC while we are recording a podcast...
We're watching it for free with an antenna that's, like, suspended up in a hanging plant, by the way.
Thank you, socialism!
I'm pretty happy about that.
But I was at the taping last night of the current episode that we are watching. Of This Hour Has 22 Minutes.
I don't know anyone... Oh, no, I do. I know Mark Critch.
Yeah, and
I was going to say Kathy Jones is the only other one I know. I'm sorry I have to say this, she looks great.
She does, and she has tons of energy. Watching her perform...
She's tons of energy.
No, she's just like
she's
manic.
Not low energy.
She's manic in a really good way that comedians should be.
I'm glad they're talking about something that we will not address at all on our politics podcast, I'm sure. The Brent Face and Blackface.
Yeah.
I can't see us touching that one, especially not at length, definitely.
Yeah, not in the least.
No,
not at all.
Look,
it was a great episode. It was actually, I haven't watched this show in years. I got a free ticket and actually VIP like service and access. We got to go through where they have all of their props. It was just our group, the Nova Scotia Rainbow Action Project. We got to go through there. They gave us wine. I had CBC wine. Nice. CBC wine. And then we had front row seats, and I...
No wonder you're all pro-socialism today.
Oh yeah, no, totally.
You had Crown Corp wine.
And it was delicious.
And anyone who protests that's a thing, like, come on. I'm the first one to criticize extravagant spending, but I'm sorry, everybody needs a little pick-me-up sometime.
Oh, and it was delightful.
Not you, certain folks who shouldn't have it, and you know it, and good for you. But the vast majority of people, I think, are fine with that, and should be fine with slightly socialized that.
Yes.
Yes.
Indeed.
Give me a snifter, CBC, should I ever visit? That's all I'm asking.
No, they didn't give that to the rest of the audience. They were schmucks.
Oh, so it's not quite socialism.
No. I must clarify. It was like...
It's human practiced socialism.
Yes, exactly. Last night, I got to be on the upper crust for one moment of CBC VIP access.
While we're saying that, the flag just saying liberal was up on the screen. I was like, how appropriate.
So when they're filming and they have the graphics next to them, it looks very much like The Daily Show. It's the same setup of fake news, like actual fake news. Yeah.
That is just a straight up minstrel show face they're showing right there.
They have the they're actually showing both the screens fully on the side and the integrated image of both the performer and so you do get to like watch the show.
Okay.
As well as them standing there. Being quite funny and doing several takes that, quite frankly, are always better than the one you see. If anyone has to do a second take, it's always not as good as the first. And it's just like, oh, God, how much great television has been lost.
Really, they should just... Okay, Colbert shows it all the time. I love that. He'll fuck something up, and it's fine.
But there's diegetic fuck-ups and there's non-diegetic. So, like, earlier on, Susan Trent, I believe is her name, she's currently on, there was, her microphone wire was sticking out slightly, and they had to redo an entire joke that got a great laugh the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, it wasn't funny enough to be a joke to include, like on Colbert. It was just a little technical error that now we have to throw it out, and the energy of the audience isn't as good when you're all faking it.
Of course, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's completely fair.
The first time it was an honest laugh. The second time you're like, oh yeah.
I'm just pleased that this is the second time, and I think the last year that 22 Minutes has come up in a positive way, as opposed to I'm sorry, but like not at all, or just a kind of yawning comment.
Yeah,
but like I'm slightly intrigued because first the RuPaul. The RuPaul, Tim Horton's dress. What was her name?
Oh God.
Kim Horton, I think.
Kim Horton, yeah.
So good. So good.
Rolled up the room with the little skirt rolled up.
But they like, yeah, some of the jokes were like CBC cheesy, but the vast majority of it's fantastic. This one's actually great. He just handed her a water jug full of meat, jug meat. Would you like some jug meat?
That's amazing.
And then the cutaway for the punchline. One moment. Ta-da!
What?
They're going on and on about how they want something new, something different. Would you like some orange? Would you like some jug meat? And then they decide to vote for the Greens. Anyway.
Oh, that's great.
But they've now cut to an interview. And I am dead center on the fucking screen on national television.
Wait. I don't even see you yet. Oh, you are. Look at you.
Yeah.
Aren't you just polite and genteel?
Dead fuck. Knowing the whole time because this red light comes up on the camera that's on.
Yeah.
And so you're aware when it happens. So you're just like, shit.
It's impossible for me to watch either Mark Critch or Jagmeet Singh now.
I know.
I'm going to have to watch this again later, but you said he did very well.
He did very well. He was very good. And actually, so the girl sitting next to me is my friend Gina. You guys have met Gina before. And at right before the interview began, he got nervous and he was like, someone give me a high five. Someone give me a high five. And he high-fived Gina.
Nice.
Yeah. So...
so Gina's voting NDP now.
Probably. Actually, up there,
that should be
definitely.
Part of the rule. If you make physical contact in an enjoyable, consensual...
Yes.
With a party leader.
Because Bernier would go around grabbing people.
He would just, like, oh my god, it'd be like a zombie attack.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay, we're getting politics. This is the pop culture show.
Yeah, that's my fault.
Back and forth. That's fine.
Oh, probably. It would probably work. It would also free up a show to make something else with.
That's true.
Ominous.
Dead silence.
Dead silence. Oh God!
I can't wait to listen to that.
But it was so cool. It took about 2.5 hours to film. Mm-hmm. You're sitting on so in exchange for the free wine and VIP access, I had to sit in the most uncomfortable chair of my life.
I believe that.
It was a folding metal thing from, I swear, an old episode of Wayne and Schuster. And I believe oh my God. So Aquaman. Canadian Aquaman is what they started calling him because of that shot. Jagmeet he's Sikh, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he has a turban. I know there's an actual specific word for it, but I don't know it. But they made a joke that to play in Quebec, where they don't like religious symbols necessarily, he had to go without his turban, and he has the most beautiful, long, flowing, jet black hair.
Oh, listen to the sound of my voice as I talk to you about how attractive Jagmeet Singh is. Good Lord. Do I agree with most of his party's policies? Not all the time. Do I intend to vote for his party? It's probably not all that likely. Do I find him a talented politician? I haven't yet, but he started the campaign well, so that's good. But if we're going to... You know what? Everyone has just indulged in sexualizing PMJT over the last few years, so... Fine, if we're not going to feel guilty about that, I'm not going to feel guilty about sexualizing Jagmeet Singh. That man is hot as fuck.
It's so weird that it's so odd.
But of course he's got beautiful hair.
Yeah.
He's got a beautiful face. He's got a beautiful beard.
No, it's
just what he do.
It's true.
Yeah.
But it
does not make me want to vote for him, but you know.
It's so odd that you have the Liberal and NDP candidate being modern telegenic candidates. And the Tories and the Greens are just, they're old leaders. They're like
I'm already feeling bad
people.
about this conversation. I'm already feeling bad about my exclamations about Jagmeet Singh, and now you want me to comment on Elizabeth May's physicality.
No. It's not again.
I find
Elizabeth
her adorable
May,
and kind of cute, but
she is, and she's a brilliant tactician, political tactician, and politician. But she's an old school politician before the days of flashy HD and everything has to be sexy.
See, I hate that era though. I also hate that it's somehow fine for us to sit here and do this about male politicians, but when we switch to female politicians, it's like, no, it's restoring the balance that we sexualize the male politicians. It's like, is it? I just did it. I'm going to feel self-conscious about it, though. At least there's that.
I'm still kind of crapping on someone.
I find Elizabeth May adorable.
She seems the most committed to the idea of Parliament as well, because she was the one that had to sit in there for how long...
Alright, now we're just going to have to edit this show for once, because we've switched directly into the other show. Should we do the intro for the other show now and just keep on going?
Wait, what were we... Is there any way we can spin this... Wait, I can spin this. Hold on.
It's pop culture to talk about how important it is to be telegenic as a political party leader.
Exactly. And also as the leader of a country. And who is more telegenic as a leader of the country than Olivia Colman?
Oh, you got us there!
I got you there!
You got us there. We'll get back to all our mixed emotions on how attractive our political options are this season on our other podcast, which we should plug now because it's called...
You should certainly be watching the next episode of The Industry is Doom, where we will talk about impeachment, blackface, and hotness.
Nice.
Yes, that is
not necessarily connected
thing.
in the order some of you might be thinking. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it will. I don't know. Oh, God.
It's been a weird month.
But back on to Olivia Colman. That trailer, when did that come out? Like a couple days ago?
Yes.
2 days,
yeah. I
For
want
the
to say
Crown,
the weekend.
Season 3.
Oh, it's going to be so good.
Such a rip on anyone who can't handle actor change. So good.
And, as much as I enjoyed... oh God, I can never remember.
Foy.
Yeah, Claire Foy, aka Claire Oswald, aka the Impossible Girl.
Huh?
From Doctor Who.
Oh, Clara.
Clara, that's it. Yeah.
That's your mnemonic device to remember Claire Foy.
Fuck, I hate that character.
Stop it. No, she was fine in the end.
No, the pawns. Give me the pawns back.
Oh, everyone wants the pawns. Everyone always wants them.
Exactly.
As they should.
Anyway, but
back to the Crown.
Yeah, Olivia Colman looks perfect.
She sounds
perfect. She has this. She is
fantastic.
going to be the greatest portrayal, and it's only kind of fitting that it's a somewhat. It's not a mocking portrayal, but it is from someone who can do comedy really well.
Yes, and that's what's great, because that era of the Queen is so serious and that is so funny.
Yeah.
Like, that is what's great. Okay, Olivia Colman has fairly recently, I think, replaced Patricia Clarkson as my general favorite actress out there.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, she's amazing. Not to underscore how amazing Patricia Clarkson is. She's super fun.
I've said it earlier that she's a very young Judi Dench.
Oh yeah.
Where like every time she does a character, she just walks in and puts herself right into it.
Yeah.
And it's like you may like it or not, but she has done it.
Exactly. She yes, she's acting, but she's not portraying a character. She's just acting.
She's just fucking living that person in that moment. It's so impressive.
No, exactly, and she's all about it. It's fantastic.
We were talking, since we don't really know that much about her in The Crown, I'm like borderline salivating to see more of her in that role. I'm so excited. But we were talking earlier about her in one of my current favorite shows. They're back to blackface again in the background on CBC already.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, they run over that one a few times.
That's.
And to be fair,
we'll get to the media coverage of that in the other show. We definitely will.
Yeah.
Fleabag.
Fleabag.
Godmother.
I have never seen. Well, no, like before you guys mentioned it, I had never heard of it, and I watched like a little bit in the background at some point, and clearly I wasn't paying attention because holy shit, did that. We watched a little YouTube video talking about one of the themes of it. And it
Perspective.
Was yes, perspective.
Do
and it was
yourself
fantastic.
a favor. There's two versions of this video.
One with
I
spoilers,
can't remember
one
who they're
without.
by. Unfortunately, skip intro, I think. Yeah.
Yes, it was skip intro.
Skip intro.
Yeah.
So look up on YouTube either skip intro or just search Fleabag perspective. But watch the one. I'm not a believer that spoilers actually spoil anything at all. I think it just makes you anticipate watching how things happen even more, or reading how things happen even more. So watch the one that shows you all the spoilers from season 2 and don't fucking worry about it, because it's still an amazing show. You'll want to watch more after this.
Yeah.
And it's, the use of perspective on Fleabag, because she's constantly breaking the fourth wall for usually comedic reasons, but as they point out, like really important storytelling reasons. And then it gets really fun when, what's his name who plays Moriarty?
Oh, that actor, I can never remember his name.
I know, and he's so good.
Because he's so perfect
Adam
as...
Irish?
He's Irish.
I believe so, yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. But yeah, he was perfect as Moriarty in, of course, the BBC Sherlock with Cumberbatch, Cabbage Patch.
Who plays
Con!
Scott. Adam Scott? Is that his name? No.
Adam Scott. Scott Adam. What an incredibly boring name for someone who should have like an over-the-top name from his nationality, whichever
I don't think
it
that's
is.
it. Andrew Scott. There we go. So much less generic.
Yeah, so much less generic. But his name should be like, I don't know, something super fucking ancient Irish, almost impossible to pronounce.
Shillelagh?
Yeah, well,
Manon and Shillelagh.
the guy who played Ramsay Bolton is Welsh, and he has a deep Welsh name. I can't remember it because it is so Welsh.
Wait a minute,
My family.
Ramsay Bolton. Which one was he now?
He was the little psychotic shit that marries Sansa.
He was in fucking Misfits. The show, not the band. The British show.
Yes.
Yeah, he's fucking great. He has a Welsh name?
Yes.
British.
Who is he? He's delightful. Not in it. He's
No,
horrifying in that.
That's the thing. You can tell that like he's a great actor, absolutely. But I've only ever seen him portraying the bad guy. The first, of course, was Ramsay Bolton.
Ewan Rion? Yeah, he's Welsh as fuck.
Ewan Rion.
Ewan Rion. He might as well just
Ewan
sing his name every time.
And no one can get it right the first time either.
Of course
It's
not.
just what? But he was in one of the few Marvel things that failed in Humans, and you could just tell that he was hired because of Ramsay Bolton, but because it was on ABC, they couldn't go anywhere near how vicious that character was. So he just kind of stands there trying to look like Ramsay Bolton, and you're like, it's not working if you're not tearing someone's arm off or something.
He was the most gentle character in Misfits.
Well, yes and no.
I remember him at the good parts.
He has a story arc that it goes very, very dark, very...
I don't remember how dark his storyline goes, actually.
Time travel and, like...
I vaguely recall. There was a lot of fucked up shit about that show.
It's like the projects in London, and they get... there's a meteor shower that gives powers to a bunch of people, and the 3 seasons are the first 4 people you meet interacting with them, and, like, finding new people with new powers, and...
Cool.
It's, like... Coronation Street and X-Men.
Why have I never heard of this? That's so specifically, I want it.
I'm shocked you've never heard of this.
Damn it.
And it's based around like their public service, like when they're cleaning off graffiti. It's those main characters are all, that's how they meet.
Oh my god.
And they were outside when this event happened.
The actress who plays, I hate their nose, the actress who plays the, like, main really chav girl.
Oh.
Yeah, she, the actress got arrested for a racially motivated attack on a cab driver.
Oh my god.
I was like, oh no, don't be true to form. Don't be your character.
Don't do that. Don't be that way.
Yeah, it's like Kelly wouldn't do, yeah, Kelly would probably happen.
Yeah, no.
While we were all talking about that, there was a commercial on 22 Minutes in the background for burnt toast cologne or perfume available at shoppers while they were operating on Brain.
And so, while they're changing scenes and getting ready in costume, they have those playing.
Fuck.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Right off.
New Baroness Fence.
New Baroness Fence sketch is on tonight.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That show's amazing.
It's true. That's a fantastic show. I'm almost amazed. Well, every couple of decades, the CBC does something truly great.
It's the New Kids in the Hall.
Yeah.
New Kids in the Hall. Yeah.
And they're not scared of any character to address.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Exactly. Unlike the Kids in the Hall, I don't think CBC's giving them as many restrictions, so they can go all out.
Yeah. Kids in the Hall for its time went pretty fucking far.
Oh, yeah. Pretty fucking far. But I saw one this afternoon just by chance, which was characters discussing regrets they had, and it's a couple. They go back and forth about basic lifetime regrets of like, I wish when I was younger I traveled more and stuff like that. And they turn to a character who has I love to fuck written on their throat. And it's not censored or anything. And they're like, and she's like, they're like, do you have any regrets? And she's like, I wish I got a dog one. Yeah, I wish I got a dog, but that's about it. And they all go, yeah. And that's the, yeah.
That's incredible.
So, like, I feel like that never would have been able to happen whatsoever, ever, beforehand. Not even censored in the kids' day.
Okay. Kids in the Hall, Scott, this is a terrible one to remember. This is, I think, arguably worse than anything Buddy Cole ever said.
Buddy Cole never said anything horrible. He was just real.
Scott Thompson, his character, was babysitting the neighbor's son, and they were shirtless in bed together, and he put his arm around him and said, like Batman and Robin.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They got away with fucking everything.
I feel like that's a late 80s joke. I feel like that's a late 80s joke where it's just like, no one's gonna get it except the people who get it.
Oh my god, anyone who got that would just be like, that's horrendous. And I think it's the joke everybody would get.
Yeah.
But it's
now.
No, I think
wait.
I think everyone at the time would get it, but it's
horrible.
Just you gotta leave it unsaid enough. You leave it unsaid enough so it's obvious to everyone, and it's fucking horrible, but it's hilarious.
Have you ever seen that like stuff from the 80s? Like not the things that like typically end up in like retro references, but like sat down and watched an hour of fully recorded 80s television. You can find it on YouTube, and you can like watch just like a typical forgettable hour of 80s television, commercials and all.
Oh my god.
That stuff is so like
Everything's fucked.
Exactly. They're so heteronormative.
Oh yeah.
That instead of playing to jokes like that and being like, of course everyone will get it. Everyone gets instead the heteronormative stuff, and they completely miss everything else it could mean. It's fascinating.
Everything was transgressive as fuck on Kids in the Hall. It was great.
But you know that there was someone who didn't think it was transgressive because they didn't get it.
Sarah from the Conservative Party is...
Oh, this is a great commercial.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's true. Who ever thought that was a good idea to mass...
It's data
mass
mining.
text?
That's all it is. It pisses me off so bad.
And it was
Everyone's
so
like, fuck you,
blatant.
Conservative Party. And they're like, oh, that's a real phone number.
Yeah.
We'll harvest that away.
So one thing that occurred during this, in the lead up to this election in Canada, is random Canadians would get a text saying, "Hi, it's Sarah from the Conservative Party. Will you be supporting us this election? Yes or no?" And they're not really looking for a particular response. They just want a response so that they can fish your account and start spamming you or use it.
Bricks.
Yeah, no, it really shouldn't be legal.
No.
But
This
I never
counts as-
got one.
I did.
Oh.
I did. This counts as pop culture too for me. I swear it does, because it's just
Oh,
seriously, it's everybody just using texting for Christ's sakes. It couldn't be a more popular cultural element.
Yeah.
And they're just like, let's abuse that. Let's intrude on you at home in this way now.
Exactly.
And not even that will be private. Fuck you. Oh, it makes me so angry.
They made a big thing. Currently, Kathy Jones is on the screen with an Acer laptop, and they kind of made a big thing last night about whether or not they had to pull that laptop and get another one because they didn't get coverage from Acer.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they didn't. They could have just put a sticker over it or something.
Oh, there was a guy standing by, and he had. I swear, the way that productions and unions work. If this was Hollywood, this would have been his one job. He would have been the tape guy, but he had 8 different colored rolls of tape on his belt, and he was standing there with like a solid piece, like an inch. You know that like through skill and practice, that's a perfect inch.
Yeah.
That is a CBC regulated amount of tape.
Now see,
And he was
that's
ready.
socialist crown corp extravagance right there. Wine, a little bit of champagne for our special guests in the front row, that's fine. Gotta encourage the laughter sometimes.
But
that's extravagant.
overuse of tape.
That much tape.
Comrade, you do not need that tape.
I like that they rented their backdrop from IKEA though. That was a nice touch.
Oh, and you think that like, okay, maybe that's just a painted. It's a full like sectional that you would find in IKEA.
That's absolutely where that came from. I guarantee you they just borrowed one of the showroom pieces.
Yeah, you can probably just buy them on auction, and it's an entire set, and you don't have to build it or anything.
I kind of like this new concept for the show where we just record while 22 minutes is on muted in the background.
It's a great way of like we can actually turn it into a show about a show every season. Like, okay, this year we're doing this television show.
It'll allow enough commentary. It'll be like W1A. Please tell me you've seen W1A.
I have not.
Oh my god, it's a send-up of BBC.
Ooh,
With the
that
main
sounds
guy
good.
from Downton Abbey. What's his name?
Gregor is
I have not seen Downton Abbey. Don't kill me.
You know who I'm talking about. The main guy. He's delightful.
He's the older butler dude, right?
No,
he's
the Lord Grantham dude.
Grantham.
Okay, see, I don't even know who the main character,
that's
who the
awful.
perspective of.
Well, I
it.
guess there's no point. This is a travesty because this is... Oh, the last movie I saw
Yeah.
was the first new Star Wars, like the first Disney franchise Star Wars.
Okay.
I haven't been to the movie since.
Yeah.
That was some time has passed since then. I will go to the movies to see
No,
the
you
Downton
went to
Abbey
see
movie
Star
for
Trek
sure.
on
I will.
in PEI.
That makes sense.
That was before that.
Was it?
Yep. Yeah, it was Christmas. It was Christmas, December in Windsor, Ontario.
Think of it, it's Sicily,
Mm-hmm.
1970.
We could always do instead of like we can always watch whatever's on TV or specifically try to get programming to a certain television show. But since I haven't seen Downton Abbey, we could do a watch through of Downton Abbey as a show.
I would love to do like a Mystery Science style.
Yeah.
Downton Abbey watch through.
Yeah, just have it playing so so people can start listening, like hit play, and we'll have a conversation with you in real time.
We'll just have the words on the bottom.
Yeah, so that I can
caption.
follow along. Yeah, no, and if not, I'll read the Wikipedia. Don't hate me. My mom is disappointed in me now.
Your mother should be disappointed in you. I love that I watch all of these, like, love The Crown more than anything.
Well, it's great.
Like,
it is
big
great.
fan of Downton Abbey, but you ask me how I feel about, like, the mother country and being part of the Commonwealth and having a monarchy.
Oh, yeah, no,
God.
it's like, no thank you.
No.
I prefer it as fiction, thanks.
It's true, but that is for the other show. I think there's only 2 things we wanted left to cover in this one, and then I have a sad surprise one, but you wanted to talk about Pennyworth and also ABBA?
Yeah, okay, so you were asking about shows currently on, and I responded Pennyworth, and that is, so on the face it seems like, yeah, all right, that's kind of wringing blood from a stone. It's about young Alfred Pennyworth, the adventures of young Alfred Pennyworth, and young Thomas Wayne, and young Martha, what the hell, Martha Kane, I
Who's
think.
that?
It's Batman's mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They're all named Martha.
They are all named
They're all
Martha.
Marthas.
It was because they were named in the late 30s.
That's true.
But you think, okay, it's by Bruno Heller, the guy who did Gotham. So you expect it to be along those lines and to be like, okay, you're just gonna you're gonna try to get something out of this, and it'll last maybe a season, whatever. Nope, it is R-rated to start with, so you get to hear Pennyworth say "fuck."
Nice.
And he the actor, I can't remember his name, he is using the Michael Caine accent.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I'm down with this.
it is fantastic on that level to begin with. It is crazy. It is batshit crazy.
I like the use of batshit.
Thank you very much. Where to begin? Okay, it occurs in a somewhat fascist England post World War II. There's something going on there that isn't quite clear.
So like today.
Yes, but way more Germanic.
Oh, intriguing. Okay.
What I believe is happening is that the English lost the First World War because the entire country's not fascist, but like Queen Elizabeth is a somewhat reoccurring character in it. And she's always wearing like a black sash to start with, which is like kind of a Germanic thing. But at one point she pins a medal on Alfred for something. I can't talk about without spoilers. But it's an Iron Cross.
Okay.
And
that does all sound much more First World War era than
exactly. You know. But one of the villainous subgroups of characters is literally a fascist group. But they're like early political fascism. They're like, street rallying and having meetings. And there's a communist street level group. But all this takes place in like the 1960s, not the 1920s
so it's
and
just
30s.
Thinking it's like...
And so it's this really bizarre aesthetic of like post-war scarcity Britain, but way too long after. Everything's kind of filthy in that way that it was like from like the Victorian age to the Edwardian age to like the 50s before like the smog, that really bad smog led to cleaning the whole country. There's still war balloons in the sky.
Like there's a perception filter that's not quite aligned.
Exactly. It's slightly and then incredibly off. Executions are televised as a TV show, like a popular show, and what they do is they hang you and then split open your bowels, and that's a show people watch.
Fun.
Yeah. Aleister Crowley is still alive and in it.
Okay.
He runs. He's Aleister Crowley. He shows blue movies in a basement that make you then believe in the devil. Jack the Ripper is still alive in it, and he's a crime boss called Jack Ripper, who is on the side of the communists. The leader of the fascists, I can't remember his name. He's a terrific actor. You recognize him when you see him. I know, that's a great sell, isn't it?
Are we still talking about Pennyworth?
We are.
This is fucked.
He gets mutilated, so the whole time he has no nose, so he's got fake noses, and he wears capes. Oh, it makes no sense. There's a psychotic girl who, like, you think she's going to be a main villain, but she falls in love with Pennyworth's girlfriend, and like becomes like an anti-hero protagonist, but she's still fucking psychotic. And her sister is a dominatrix, and her, like, she has henchmen, but it's really her sex slaves. But they're an elderly couple that she lives in their house, and it's played by Adia of the Julii from Rome. This show is fucking amazing.
All right. It took a lot of things to get me to watch this show, which I will do now, and I love that that's it. That's amazing. Okay.
It definitely is a rabbit hole.
Oh, yeah. My God. And that's the thing. It's not only a rabbit hole. Where you're standing 8 episodes in, you can still see down.
Thank you. You just reminded me for something local news for the other podcast. Speaking of which, ABBA selling out of here.
ABBA news. ABBA big news.
ABBA big news.
So a couple of years ago, actually I think a decade ago, like when $1 billion was a big stupid amount, a group of investors offered ABBA $1 billion to reform for a tour.
Mm-hmm.
You know, $250,000 each just for one tour.
$250 million.
Oh yeah, $250 million each, just for one tour, and they said no. They announced just this week that they're going to reunite, not for the $1 billion, but because they heard that gay people like them.
Aww.
Yeah, they said, thank you, gay people. Here, we'll go on tour for you.
Is ABBA just hearing this now?
Which is my question. Did ABBA literally just learn that they're enjoying... Like, were they sitting there and... I'm not going to do a Swedish accent on it, but it's like... Have you heard
sure
that...
you're not?
Have you heard
No,
the homosexuals like us?
Well, they did.
It's like a southern Texan.
Yeah, no, it's a weird voice. But seriously, they're just
amazing,
like,
though.
to say thank you, we're going to reunite.
So what? Are they going to go perform at gay bars to keep them from closing, or what?
Wouldn't that be fantastic? Oh no, I'm
so
sure
strange.
that this is like anything else. It's going to be overpriced tickets that almost no one can afford.
I hope they have a tour date in Russia.
That would be hilarious.
That would be hysterically funny.
But oh my God, since they don't need to make money because they're fucking ABBA, imagine if they did just do small venues. We're only doing gay clubs. We won't do one that seats more than 1,000 people.
That'd be amazing.
Oh my God.
You'd have to be so rich or so, like, funded by socialist crown corporations.
Yes.
To get in there.
Well, they are,
I'm sure their government gets a few passes. Yeah.
Well, we saw them at the symphony when
we didn't see actual ABBA.
No, like the ABBA tribute band. And
They were great.
amazing.
They were amazing, but imagine if it was real ABBA. Because apparently real ABBA could be coming. Maybe they'll play Moncton, then Moncton will finally win.
Oh my God.
They'll be like, no, Halifax, you're fucked.
Moncton
Moncton has won.
Moncton can't win.
I know. If ABBA's heard this, don't sign with Moncton.
We're sorry, ABBA. We love you! Thank you for the music. Oh, I stole your line. You said you had written down something surprising.
I did. A sad surprise that we should end the show with, I think.
Aww.
Nog. From Deep Space
Oh
Nine.
yeah, Nog died. And
Yeah.
that's really sad because...
Aaron Eisenberg?
Yeah, Aaron Eisenberg. Apparently he was a really fantastic person.
Yeah, everyone seemed to I mean, when somebody dies, of course, you get a lot of the positive, thoughts and prayers. But no, it seemed very, very genuine and very, very sad because someone special had died. And he did make that a great character too.
He was the first character to bring the Ferengi into Starfleet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Quark was hilarious. Rom was stupid and entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Nog was just
weird,
a great character.
And the first one you really empathize with.
Yeah.
You only start empathizing with Nog, or not Nog, Rom, after you've empathized with Nog.
Mm-hmm.
Before that, they were all kind of nasty. He was older than I thought he was during the show, though. I legitimately thought that Nog was performed by a teenager at the time.
He was wasn't he in his 30s?
Yeah, I had no idea. He was just a very small person.
Yeah, because related, he had, what was it? I think he had double kidney failure.
Ooh.
Yeah, there were a lot of.
That's a shame.
It sounds like there was a lot of pre-existing health stuff. But yeah, no, someone I was legitimately very sad to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did a very great job.
No, that was too bad. And shit, we can't just die. Damn it. We need an ending. Quick, an ending.
Margot Martindale.
Oh,
beloved character.
She saves us once again.
She does. I always, knock on wood, I hate to mention her and celebrity death in the same thank you. Good God. Heavens.
Murgatroyd.
When that happens, oh man, we'll dedicate 3 episodes just to make up for the amount of times that we didn't remember her name.
And lead it with a string quartet.
Yeah, we'll go on a 1-month morning binge. The whole thing will be recorded and super depressing and low energy.
That's perfect.
Low energy like we began the show with. All the way around.
Low energy podcast.
I just thought of something.
Not
Margot Martindale playing
Talks
Hyacinth
about
Bouquet.
Margot Martindale too much.
Wait, what?
Margot Martindale playing Hyacinth Bouquet.
Oh my god.
But the American equivalent. the same woman that is Hyacinth Bouquet in America.
I think you might have just found the only person who could do that.
The only but full, too much slim white line bone,
Yeah. I'm happy to end the show on that.
No, that's a good one that I never would have thought of. That is hopeful. Fantastic.
I like this.
Thank you for being privy to that.
Please listen, producers.
Oh, actually, wait, no, I have one more thing. Tiny show news. Show news. We got picked up by our iHeartRadio.
Nice.
They liked us after all.
Excellent.
So, you can listen to this on iHeartRadio. Yay!
Yay! I'll be sure to look that up, what that is.
Yay!
Yay!
Okay, goodbye.